On this episode...
I'm about to spend 24 hours with the most dangerous animals on this planet. Every hour of the challenge, it gets more intense, and if I die, not only does my life end, but the video ends. So let's get started. We're here at Zoological Wildlife Foundation here in Miami, Florida, and I'm actually a professional animal handler. So what you're about to see, do not attempt at home. I've been doing this pretty much my whole life. Today, I'm gonna be interacting with some apex predators, carnivores, massive reptiles, pesky monkeys, and more. And at the end of the video, I have to pick an enclosure to sleep in. You heard me right, I'm gonna be sleeping in one of these enclosures. I brought with me a tent today, and I'm gonna be spending the whole night within the grasp of an apex predator. All of these animals here have claws, nails, even spines and quills, and all sorts of other things that I do not want to get stuck with. So let's get into it. Here we are at the African lion, our first stop. Now this is one of the most notorious predators on this planet, and I'm gonna try and show you her teeth so you can see how big they are. Never reach your hand inside of the cage of a lion, but I do happen to know her pretty well. Oh, here comes her sister. These lions were raised by humans, so they're pretty habituated to us. You would probably never be able to do this with a wild lion. Put your hand near its mouth and return with your hand. Oh, look at those teeth. Look at that big old teeth. Can you show that? Look at that. Massive, massive teeth on this lion. So they have razor sharp claws and humongous teeth that are able to just crush bone. So it's like she did that on cue. You heard me talk about your humongous teeth and you wanted to show them? Thank you. Thank you. That's so nice of you. Those paws are capable of murder. Those are murder mittens right there. With just one swat of their paw, they could probably disembowel or kill a human. But you know, something that's very interesting to note is I've even witnessed these lions fighting, and at the end of it, all that was left was just a little tiny scratch. So these apex predators may be misunderstood, because they live with each other and they can be very gentle with each other despite having all the capability of absolute destruction. All right, so that was fun hanging out with the African lions. Let's move on to the next animal.
Hi, Joey! Hi, Joey! Oh my goodness, hi! Hi! Look at those big teeth! Look at those big teeth you have. Those teeth are so big.
This is a capuchin monkey and they are very intelligent. This guy's name is Joey and he has some humongous teeth on him. This is an adult male, and if they want to, they can be extremely dangerous. A bite from a capuchin could send you to the hospital. It could leave you seriously injured, especially if they were to get you in the face or the hands or anything like that. It could be pretty bad for you. Later on in this video, we're actually going to be getting hands-on with a capuchin. Going inside of this enclosure with 5 capuchin monkeys, you could get torn up in an instant.
Hi, monkey. What's up, monkey? Look at those big teeth. You see those big teeth? Those big monkey teeth? Hi, monkey.
Oh yeah, that's very nice. That's very nice, thank you. That's very sweet of you, mister.
What's that, buddy? What is that?
We've got 2 cheetahs in here and they are ferocious. I'm about to open this kennel. Do you see those claws coming through here? Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna open it. Get ready for mayhem. I can't even open it. Over there and you over here. I feel like I'm in Jurassic Park with the 2 velociraptors. So these are actually African servals. They're not cheetahs, and although they're not deadly to people, these are extremely good hunters. They are fast, agile, they can jump and run, and they're very athletic. So they are carnivores. They eat pretty much meat, In the wild, they'd be eating whole prey like rodents and birds and small mammals, stuff like that. We barely survived this room. While it's distracted with its food, we can sneak in a few scratches here without getting our face ripped off. But once that food wears off, it's going to be looking for another food source. And it can crunch through my fingers just like it's crunching through that chicken bone right now. Alright, so that was it for the African servals. On to the next animal.
We are here with Lazy, the 10-foot alligator. This looks like the safest place for me to sleep tonight. You gotta be quick. Gotta be quick when you're working with a 10-foot gator like this big boy right here. Cover his eyes, he doesn't see my next move. Let's go look in the other animal enclosures to see if we can find a better place to sleep. But if not, we're gonna have to sleep in this one. This looks like the safest place, I think. What do you think?
Guys, so this is a sloth, and I know what you're thinking. They're harmless. I watched Zootopia. Well, you're wrong. These claws are humongous, and it's trying to grab me and rip me apart as we speak. Here comes another one, too. The odds of you getting attacked in here are never zero, which reminds me of another enclosure that is like that. I'm gonna show you that in just a second. We've got to survive the slow motion sloth attack in here. Here comes one right here. Here it is. Look at that. That is a huge claw. Guys, look at those absolutely huge sloth teeth. We do not want to take a bite from him, maybe just a smooch. Oh, so I think the sloth enclosure looks pretty safe to sleep in. I don't know, I'm considering it. Leave a comment below if I should sleep in here, the alligator, or the farm animal enclosure. Speaking of, let's go to the farm animal enclosure. The most dangerous animal on the planet. I am here in the farm animal enclosure, and although these guys seem innocent, you can never let your guard down in here, because right now this one's biting me, the other one's tearing my shirt behind me. Here we've got our attack chicken, so I'm gonna challenge him and then run as fast as I can. Oh, 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 whoa, whoa, I'm out of here. I am out of here. He's a savage. Oh! Oh! Hey, hey, hey. Eating my shoelace like spaghetti? Give me that. I've had enough of these farm animals. Let's go to the next enclosure. Guys, we're in here trying to protect ourselves from these absolute savage porcupines. I have the microphone on a stick right here. I'm gonna see if I can get them to make their noises. You don't want to have your back turned and end up with a spine in your buttocks. Oh my goodness. We are looking at the dangerous, oh my goodness. We are looking at the dangerous end of the porcupine here. The sun is starting to set and there's only a few more enclosures that we can look through, and I have to find somewhere to sleep for tonight. We're about to go into the enclosure with one of the most dangerous animals at the zoo. Oh, this is Rogue, the spectacled owl, and he is a predator and the worst kind. What an absolute monster this guy is. Razor sharp talons, a beak that is made to shred flesh from the bone. This guy is an absolute menace. Do you hear his owl war cry? These are the claws of an apex predator right here. That, if he were to grab a hold of a mouse, there is no way anything is getting out of that grip. I've had enough of this predator. On to the next. This right here is a black jaguar, one of nature's fiercest predators. These guys are from South America, and in the wild, they are known to hunt and capture caimans. So these guys have an incredible bite force, the strongest of the big cats, despite them not being the largest. He looks pretty well fed, if I do say so myself. Look at that primordial pouch he's got in his belly right there. And he's hoping for a little tidbit or a morsel, perhaps a finger. You want that? But this is the black jaguar. Moving on. This is Bindi the white tiger. Do you guys hear her? She's making all sorts of noises. She is happy to see us. You gotta be careful when that tail goes up because these tigers spray. And that's almost worse than getting a finger bitten off. I would be stinking for weeks. Can you come here? Come sniff my finger. You gave me some licks? Oh, do you see that tongue? That tongue can shred the meat off of bone. And she's just a big old tiger girl who could absolutely tear off my finger right now if she wanted to, but she's very sweet, a very nice apex predator right here with some huge teeth. Can I see your teeth? Can I see your teeth, please? Oh, you're a good girl. You're a good girl, aren't you? So the tiger is the apex predator of Asia. So far we've seen the apex predators from Africa, Asia, South America. Let's go. So this is a kookaburra. This is a bird in the kingfisher family, and they are known for having a crazy attitude and a sharp beak. And he really doesn't like me, so he's trying to peck me with all of his might. In the wild, these guys would eat stuff like lizards, rodents, snakes, anything that they could really try, I think they would. Oh, I got him by his beak. We have diffused the predator, and there's nothing he can do about it. This is literally Angry Birds in real life, if you guys remember that game. Except this is no game, and I could lose my finger at any moment. Oh! He also makes a crazy noise. Let's see if I can get him to do it. That's enough messing with this guy. Let's move on to the next. The sun is setting and it's gonna get cold pretty soon, so I have to find shelter quick. I've made my decision. Out of all the enclosures to sleep in, I'm gonna go sleep in Lazy, the 10-foot American alligators enclosure. So I've gotta go set up a tent and get a flashlight and prepare for a long and hard night. All right, guys, it is getting dark and we're gonna have to prepare this tent that I'm gonna sleep in overnight. So let's get into it. Is that in there? I think so. All right, just like that, the tent is ready for the night. Guys, it is almost completely dark and I actually messed up. I forgot to charge this flashlight. So look, it only goes for 1 second. This is gonna be one scary night. The tent is ready for me to sleep and we've got the alligator just feet away, maybe 10 feet away, 20 feet away. I hope he stays there all night. Otherwise, this could be my last video, but it won't be, so subscribe. So I'm gonna sit here on this tree stump until it gets dark, and then I'm gonna go into the tent and try and fall asleep. I'm in the tent. It's the middle of the night right now. My flashlight died, but I do have my phone. This is not ideal and it's not comfortable, but this tent should protect me against any alligators. So I think as long as I stay in this tent, I should be safe. I got this blanket I'm using as a makeshift pillow. Now it's time to just try and get some sleep. It is the middle of the night right now. It is dark outside and I'm tired, so I'm gonna try and sleep. We have a problem. I really need to pee, so I'm gonna have to leave this tent. Wish me luck. Where's this alligator at? Oh, do you see him over there? This is super spooky at night. There he is. Now, alligators are really good at hunting at night, and just because he's lying at the bottom does not mean anything. He knows I'm in here, and he might just be waiting for the perfect moment to strike, and when I'm peeing is my most vulnerable time. Alright, this looks like a pretty good tree to pee on. Let's just double check that the alligator's still there. Yep, okay, he's still there. I'll be back in 1 minute. Whoa, what was that noise? Okay, he's still there. That was crazy. Whew, alright, I finished peeing and it's time to go back to sleep. It is currently about 4 in the morning. As you can see, it is dark outside. All right, guys, it's time to go back to sleep. I just finished using the bathroom and the big alligator didn't get me, so I should be safe to sleep the rest of the night off till morning. NANI? What was that noise? Did you guys hear something? Guys, there's a baby alligator inside of my tent. While I was peeing, he must have crawled into here. This is an apex predator, but he's just a baby, so he should be safe to grab. I'm gonna grab him in 3, 2, 1. We've got an alligator, a baby alligator right here, and he smells like fish. There's no way I can sleep in the tent with this guy. I'm gonna have to kick him out for the night. All right, so I kicked out that baby alligator out of my tent, and I can finally get some rest. I'm gonna turn off the light, and I'll see you in the morning. It is early the next day, and I am very tired. I didn't really sleep much last night, so I've got to go home and catch some shut-eye. I'm stuttering. That's how tired I am. Oh, the sun in my eyes. It's so bright. But if you like this video, subscribe, like, and comment, and maybe my next video is going to be even crazier than this one. So stay tuned for that. Peace.